Okay, we are recording.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our weekly team call. We moved it, like Jenny said earlier, to Monday night this week simply because last night was Super Bowl Sunday. So I hope everybody had a super fun day with their friends and family. Hope the team that won is making you happy, and we had a great fun day. So anyway, we've got a great call planned for you tonight. Tonight, Jenny Wood is literally going to show us the money of Isagenix. She is going to do a big picture overview of the compensation plan with Isagenix. I'm so excited about that because this company, I really believe there's no other company in the whole world like Isagenix, and there is no opportunity that can touch the opportunity that this company offers each and every one of us. Every single day, we have the opportunity to dramatically improve the quality of our health, our children's health, our family's health, and the people that we care most about in our life, and teach them how to create income using money they're already spending. No new money, create an income stream that can become a residual income stream that eventually over time will become an income producing asset that can totally change the financial blueprint of a family. And that's certainly what it is meant for our family, with Michael and I. I do have a couple of announcement things I wanted to go through, but I'll wait till the end of the call and we'll do it then. I'm just going to jump right into it. So Jenny asked me if I would just share our quick story with you, and of course I will love to do that. And when we got started with Isagenix, we started with a personal need to get healthy. So we came to Isagenix really for the products. But 4 months before we started, my husband Michael had come to me and said, honey, I love you. I know that you love teaching fitness, and it's so great that you've been home with the kids all these years, but you continue to spend more money than I can make. And we are drowning in debt, and we were more than $70,000 in debt. And it was credit card debt. It was like not houses, cars, big things. It was just me being a yes mom with this big family and wanting to make sure that everybody had everything they needed, and giving friends and family money that we really didn't have. And all that financial pressure every single day was on my husband. And I wanted to make a bigger financial contribution to my family. I mean, that was my heart. I was always doing things. I was teaching fitness. I taught a gazillion classes. I helped do design stuff for friends. I was always trying to monetize my time. And I've always been very entrepreneurial. But when we started Isagenix, we had this amazing experience with the products. And I had the opportunity to really look at the compensation plan. And it actually started for me at Celebration. So I went to an event. Within 3 weeks of getting started with Isagenix, I was at the biggest event the company has all year. And I got to hear story after story after story of all these moms that were creating a 6-figure income and staying at home with their children. And I'm like, what is this stuff? I'm like, there's like 3,000 people in this room, and I only heard about it a couple of months ago. What is going on here? And I was just starting to get really excited and just wondered, could this be a real opportunity for my family? And then I could go into so much detail, but the bottom line is I got the answers that I needed. And it took me a few months before I really made the commitment, but I made a commitment. And I reached out to friends. And one of my good friends, Jana McCunn, I don't think she's on the call yet tonight, but Jana, my sister Gretchen, and my husband Michael all said yes. They were like, yes, we will do this with you. Yes, we believe in this. We believe in you. We're going to partner with you. And that's really all it took for me, is just a couple of close people. And we got started. And literally, guys, I was working double full time as it was. I had less than no time to start with Isagenix. And I started in 2006. There was no front money in the compensation plan. So all of the rank advancement bonuses, all of the double PIB bonuses, all of that extra money that Jenny's going to go through tonight did not exist back then. We had the 9-day cleanse and a $10 product introductory bonus that did not double. And then within probably about 6 months is when they launched the 30-day system. a $25 PIB bonus that did not double. That's how I started my business. And in that first 9 months, I had made over $27,000. Working so part-time, it was frustrating. But just because I loved the product and I wanted to help my friends, and that speaks to the power of the products, the impact they were making on people's health, and the generosity of the compensation plan. Because even before I had made a commitment to start making money with Isagenix, I was already making money with Isagenix. And so it was really exciting. And so literally in a couple of short years, we were right at about 6 figures. Within 3 years, I had more than doubled my husband's income. And he worked for a Fortune 50 pharmaceutical company for 24 years. He made a great living. And I had doubled it in just about 3.5 years. About 4.5 years, I'd almost tripled it. And 5.5 years, I retired my husband, Michael, at 51 years old from his 24-year career of medical sales because I had more than tripled his income. And 6 years to that same event celebration, we were on stage as brand new Isagenix millionaires. So guys, I want to tell you, and I mean, that kind of success happens when you have an amazing team. And we have an amazing team of superstar leaders, but they didn't start that way. They started just like all of you on this call tonight, just starting, just like in the pockets of time in your life and just putting it in where you can and then getting really serious about it when it started to take shape. And we just all worked in concert together. We were consistent. We stayed in the game. We put our head down and we did the work. And we loved people and we served people. And that's really what it was about. And everybody working in concert just started to create this incredible momentum that was like an unstoppable train. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I want you to understand, I am just like you. This opportunity is as real for you as it is for me and Michael. And I'm just so grateful to God every day. We have this beautiful, incredible, amazing, abundant lifestyle because of this life-changing company and their life-changing products. But I sincerely, from my heart, want you to know this opportunity is as real for you and your family. You can do this. It's there for you. All this money is on the table. You've just got to make a decision and stay in the game. So Jenny, with that, I just want to thank you so much for training tonight on the compensation plan. It's one of the most important skills and most important knowledge base that we can have as we share Isagenix with the people that we love and care about. So good job.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And, I just wanted to kind of reiterate back to you what I heard from you say. And the number one thing that I heard you say that really makes this compensation plan so powerful is collaboration. And that is, what you said was you made a decision and you got other people to run with you. And that helps you to be able to run faster. Now, is it possible to go it alone? It is, because I've written down the power of sharing with 2 people only and then teaching them to do the same. And you can make an incredible income. But it's even more powerful when you find a team of like-minded people and you run together. So I think that's so huge. And, your story is so powerful. We just thank you for sharing it with us and just being, a fearless leader that is showing us, that it can be possible for all of us, that we're not spending any new money. We're not asking people, to go out there and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started on products that they're not going to consume or that are going to sit in their basement. And it just really is a real opportunity for anybody who chooses to make it. So thank you for sharing that. Before I get into like the nitty gritty of our comp plan, I put a call in that I got off of Isagenix podcast from November of 2017, and I put it in there kind of as like a precursor for you guys to really understand what we have in our compensation plan, because our compensation plan, besides hearing all the numbers, which get me excited, and like we tell anybody, once you understand this compensation plan, you will not be able to sleep at night if you're really determined to, make it work for you and your family. But our compensation plan is crafted so amazingly that most of the compensation plans out there, if you're looking in the network marketing industry or the direct sales, they just really don't even hold a candle to it. And so I'm just going to kind of go over some things so John Raines is part of our corporate team now, and he came from a different company. And he has said he's been both in the corporate part of network marketing, other companies, but he's also built his own team. And based on what he said, I'm guessing he built a team. I know he built a binary that was different than ours, but he knows a lot about some of the unilevel compensation plans. And he says that compensation plans definitely affect your culture. And that's one of the things that we talk about with Isagenix is that we have a really special culture that a lot of people don't have. And that's because we work for collaboration without enabling people. We go to work to build balance in our organization. And then we reach down into our team and we say, see, I've been collaborating with you and you haven't really been doing anything. And look at all this volume that you have saved up. And so then we have collaborated with them, but not enabled them to just sit there and do nothing. They have to then, go to work to build their minor leg to be able to really optimize the comp plan. So I thought that was huge. He talked about in other compensation plans being able to rank hostage people, and that just means that let's say to be an executive, we needed 3 directors on our team, and it took 2 years to build those directors. And let's say we needed 3 to 4 of them. And so by the time we had our 4th one or our 3rd one built up, one of them understood the compensation plan enough to know that in order for us to hit a certain rank, they had to stay at that rank in every single pay period, but we needed them. And so what they would then end up doing in these compensation plans was say, well, if you want me to be X, then you're going to help me get there and stay there. And then you basically work for them then, rather than collaborating together, and you're enabling them to not really have to do anything. You're still doing all of the work so that you can grow your business, and they're just kind of riding your coattails. He talked about having breakaway systems where once you developed a leader to a certain point, they then broke away from you. And so you received a commission on them, but it wasn't the same commission that you were used to receiving. And so a lot of leaders at that point in time would say, you're kind of on your own because they're not receiving the same type of benefits from you. And it was time for them to fly. So they were kind of off on their own, having to do their own thing. Their leaders don't help as much. Then they had the matrix, which is built to maximize a comp plan, but the company or the computer places people for you. And so then you're taking out the human element, and you can't really tell, who's going to do what. The binary, which is what we have, he talks about how it is genius because it starts at 2 people. And it's basically looking for what we're all looking for in life, which is to find balance. We want to keep those legs, really balanced. We don't have any cycle caps built into ranks, and you build your business and you're compensated for your own work. And like Cindy said, it's people helping people. It is democracy at its finest. We are in this business to help people, whether it be with their health or their wealth. And really that's all it is. When we look at our you share, they share, repeat, it's all about helping people. So I'm going to kind of dig into our comp plan now. Just wanted to give you kind of a really good overview to know that we really do have a really awesome comp plan within the industry, and then get into the nitty gritty. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, let's see. Can everybody see that? Good. Okay, so this is our $1 Million Skills training, and this is going to be on the compensation plan. And honestly, the compensation plan is one of the 5 areas that you want to be 10 feet tall and bulletproof on, so that you can really build a really good business. And this is honestly, I am such a numbers person that this just really excited me, because there is so much upfront money that like Cindy talked about. And so it's easy to get the people that are excited about it, to get them going really fast. And then also the people who don't even realize what they're doing, they can still be making some money. And they say that if you can get people paid even $50 in their first month, they have a retention rate of like 90% because they realize that it is real money. And a lot of compensation plans, they don't have that, and you're not eating your overhead. And so we say it all the time that Isagenix is a gift. And I know for myself, my friend Amy and God definitely placed this gift in my lap right when I needed it for, sanity of simple meals, as well as being able to make money while I slept, as well as building something that is, residual. And last week, my husband actually started a new job. So he was gone for 10 days and I was with my children nonstop. And because of the residual income that I had built with Isagenix, if I was making, $10 an hour, working somewhere minimum wage, I would have had to be out of the house for 40 hours of clock in time. And so that was powerful to me because I didn't leave them at all. And I had that flexibility to be able to build it around my schedule. So the people that we're looking for are either people that have dreams, people that they're not wanting to do the 40, 40, 40. They don't want to work 40 hours a day for 40 years of their life and then retire on 40% of income that was never enough to begin with. They have dreams. There's things that they want to do, and they don't want to live those dreams out of a cubicle. And then there's people needing solutions. Cindy said that she came to this for, a health transformation. I know probably 90% of the people that I share with come because of the products, because our products work. Hillary Courtney always says, if these products work, and they do, then let's get right down to the money, because the compensation plan is going to change people's lives and they're going to be putting the products in their bodies while they're making money. So we are going to now talk about how we get paid. So for those of you who are new with Isagenix, we get paid on a prepaid debit card, and it is something that's issued to us through Isa Wallet. We can then take those funds and we can transfer them to our bank. You can withdraw money in an ATM, or you can use them for purchases much less like a debit card from your account. Within earning your first referral or cycle, which is your residual income, you're going to receive that card within 2 weeks. And we want to make sure that we don't throw that card away. We want to make sure that we're training our team, teach their team not to throw that card away. It's every Monday that we earn money, it will get loaded onto that card. So it's really important that we keep that. They will, issue another one, but then it takes a lot more weeks to get that. Within our compensation plan, there's 5 ways to make money. So we have the product introduction bonuses that Cindy was talking about. For our value pack, they are at $100 now. Our premium pack is at $50, and then our 30 days at $25. And those are double if we do more than 2 or more in one calendar week, which runs from Monday morning until Sunday night at, I think it's 10:59 Eastern, maybe it's Central Standard Time, so 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. We get team bonuses, which is our cycles, and then there's the matching team bonus that we get for when we get to executive, and then we help our team get to executive, then we get 10% of their cycles for the week. So if you have somebody who you personally sponsored who is maxing out their business center and you're at executive, then you're going to get 25 more cycles added on to the cycles that you're earning in your business center alone. And then throughout there's always promotions right now. And I know Cindy will really talk about this. They just released a new promotion for February called February Frenzy. You have to have your ticket to celebration. And I'm guessing Cindy will probably go more into that. I know she's also posted something in our business group for that, but it's an incredible promotion simply for doing what we're already doing. Just more money on the table for sharing with those that we love and care about. Okay, so the product introduction bonus. So this is going with a 30-day system. So you share with your friend Bill and you share a 30-day system and you get them set up on auto ship for 30 days. You're going to get a $25 EIB. And if you share with Bill the value pack, which is absolutely the best product package out there, it's giving them that 30-day system, plus it's also giving them an ISA blender. It's giving them their vitamins for the month, giving them ISA Delights, greens, whey thins, everything they're going to need to support them 125%. Plus, they're going to get a $25 coupon for their next month's order. They're going to get 2 friends and family free enrollment coupons, and then I believe they get an event coupon still. So there's just a really great value in that package. That plus auto ship is $100 PIB. Now, the double PIBs come in if you share with Joe and Bill, and you do that in the same commission week that I talked about, going from Monday through Sunday, then each of those $100 are going to be doubled to $200. So instead, you're going to get $400 in double PIBs upfront money. And those, the first $100, if you already have your ISA wallet, are actually daily pay. So they're going to hit your account the same day that you enroll them, which is really great. You don't have to wait that 2 weeks in arrears. So this just kind of shows you. So you enroll somebody on a Thursday, you're getting $100 PIB for 1 enrollment. But if you do 2 enrollments, 1 on Tuesday and 1 on Saturday, you're getting $200 for each PIB and 2 enrollments in the week, which is taking that $100 and going all the way up to $400. So that is really, really powerful, because I don't know about anybody else who's on this call or who's watching the recording, but I could definitely use an additional $300, in my pocket over that $100 just by simply sharing with one more person. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through a little bit of what your tree looks like, and as people are enrolling in your tree. So when you start out and you join Isagenix, they now have the customer first. So everybody enrolls as a preferred customer ideally, and they're getting that 25% off of retail costs. And then once you've shared with them, and I always encourage everybody to share with everybody, share the products and the business, because you don't know who needs this. And there might be somebody out there who you might disqualify them for a certain reason. And you're going to say, oh, they would never be interested in doing this. They don't have any time. Cindy had like 7 kids at home when she started this, I believe. I have 4 kids at home right now. I don't have time, but I make time because I love it. I'm passionate about it, and it fits into the nooks and crannies of my life. And there's people out there that are on their knees praying for a solution that you have to offer them. So I just say, ask everybody for that referral. And, Eden really put it really great at our last training, NYKO. And when she enrolls them or she shares the package with them, she just says, seriously, who are 2 people who for sure are going to want to do this with you? And they're going to give you 1 of 3 responses. And that's really going to tell you if they're interested in making any money, getting their products paid for, or building a business with us. So the people that have identified themselves as wanting to share with people, getting their products paid for, or building a massive team, you'll want to encourage them then to upgrade their account to associate, which is our first rank. And they're going to go online, they're going to watch an 8-minute video, and then they're going to enter their secure information. And then they're ready. You'll get an email to confirm that. So if you don't get that email and you think that somebody went ahead and did that, make sure that you circle back around and double check with them, because if you don't get the email, chances are that they haven't actually watched the whole video. I know that's happened in the past. So now you're going to enroll 1 on your left and 1 on your right. So we call that you share, they share. And you've just, they're just kind of adding in more people and showing you how your tree looks, and it'll actually tell you where to sponsor people. So those spots that say available, and I think this is something that it doesn't really talk about our comp plan, but it talks about placement. That's kind of important, is that those available spots are for, like that available spot on the left is for Catherine Russo. When she starts sharing with her 1 on her left and her 1 on her right, that position is there for them. So you don't want to be filling in just all the available spots from top to bottom, because that's going to trap your people and you're not going to be able to support them like you want to. You want to reserve those for the other people. And the computer has identified those spots that are going to say, sponsor new associate this spot. And there's going to be 1 on your outside left and 1 on your outside right. And those are, and they just keep on, sponsoring new people in different spots. just to kind of show you how that grows. So as your team begins to grow, as you and others begin to enroll new associates. That's one of the unique things about our comp plan, is that we're not just paid to 7 levels deep and then we don't get any compensation, or, we get 6% at this level and 5% at this level and 4% at this level. It is paid the same all the way down. And that is really, really powerful. There is, you don't you don't lose volume after a certain level. And our volume, if you start with our company, like for myself, I started in April of 2013, and it wasn't until NYKO of January of 14 that I decided that I really wanted to build a team with this. And so when I came back from NYKO, I got to work, and I had all of this stored up BV because I had stayed active ordering my products and eating them every single month. And so when I came back and I started enrolling people, I was making that cycle, that team bonus, really, really quickly, because all of that BV had stored up, and it never wipes. It doesn't wipe it on the 31st or the 30th day of the month like some compensation plans. It stays there until you're ready to use it, as long as you continue to stay active. So it's so important, if you ever think you're going to do this at some point in time in the future, to stay active and not lose that BV that's growing. Cindy, do you have a question or a comment?
Yeah, a quick comment. And so the other thing, and I apologize if you said this because I had somebody call me, but is you want to set the auto ship at 29 days, to ship every 29 days instead of 30. Because every 29 days, you're going to capture your own 100 business volume, which in our binary compensation plan, if you do it 30 days to 30 days to 30 days, your first 100 BV goes above you in the compensation plan. But if you set their auto ship, and guys, if they're going to get an auto ship in 30 days, they're going to get it in 29 days. It's not going to make a difference. And it sets them up for success, like Jenny is saying. And so I have people in our team, I just ran across one the other night, that he's had an auto ship consistently set at 29 days, and his wife orders extra product. If she's got a friend that just wants a couple shakes and they don't get an account, she orders all that extra product in his account. They have 17 cycles sitting there for them when they get his position to consultant. 17 cycles. That's like $1,000 sitting there. Just money in the bank for them when he goes consultant. That's the power of doing that. So good job, Jenny.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. I did forget to say that. So it's good that we're all working together. We can share what the other one missed. And that's the great thing about this. There's things that I'm probably going to forget to say because there's just so much on this comp plan. And so there's videos out there for you to, really plug into, as well as other trainings on this compensation plan, until you know it like the back of your hand, and that you can teach it to your people and that they can do the same. Because that's really, getting your team to duplicate is really going to tap into, more of the power of this compensation plan. So I'm just going to kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the glossary behind some of the different things that we'll use. We use BV a lot, and people say, what's BV? Well, that's business volume. Each product that we have in our catalog is assigned a point value. And so, when we start somebody and we say, okay, we're doing free shipping, we'll say, but they have to have an order of 150 BV. That's just saying they have to have 150 BV. It can come any way. It can come in a package, or it can come in single items, but it has to be in their cart for them to be eligible for that free enrollment or that free shipping promotion. And then PV is that personal volume that Cindy was talking about. And active status is 30 days, but like Cindy was saying, do it for that 29 days. It's only one day different. It's not going to make or break their bank account. And then they're going to be able to use their own products to be able to hit that team cycle bonuses when they are at consultants. So that's really, really, really true. So we've talked a lot about the team cycles, or the team bonuses, which are, I think, the second or third way to get paid. I can't remember off of that list. But that's what we call cycles. So if anyone starts talking to you about, oh, I had 8 cycles, oh, I had 10 cycles, that's their team bonus. That's based on all of the work that you've been doing for however many years or months or weeks or years or decades that you've been in this company. That's the money that happens that we get paid on, weekly, based on the food that people are eating and continuing to reorder and eat. And so this just shows that. So on one leg, they have They had an enrollment with 300 BV. Their team members had an enrollment of 100 BV, and then you had another enrollment for 200 BV, which equals the 600 BV that you need on one leg. And then on the other leg, it shows you the BV that you need to equal 300 on the other leg. And it doesn't matter whether it's you or your people. And that's dependent upon if you're on auto ship. If you're not on auto ship, then you only retain your enrollment's BV. So that's another really powerful thing of why auto ship is so important. And it's not scary because you're completely in control of it. You can log in there the day before and you can change it, or if you're not growing a business, you can bump it out, which if you're really using the system and eating the products and falling in love with more of our wonderful, awesome food, you'll have no problem getting it 29 days for your 100 BV. I usually order off of like 3 or 4 accounts because I feed my family on it on a routine basis. But so to have a cycle, which is equal to $54, you have to have 900 BV, and that's split into 1/3 and 2/3. So you have to have 300 BV on one leg, 600 BV on the other leg, and it doesn't matter. For me, a lot of the times, my legs actually flip-flop. Some weeks I'll be taking off of my left, some will be taking off of my right. As my team continues to grow and as different sides are in more action, and then sometimes I get a dominant leg that will, grow at a quicker pace. So this is just kind of going through, and it's just showing you to, earning a cycle. These people are, ordering their products for their month. And whenever you get this, 300 on one leg, 600 on the other, the computer recognizes that and it deducts that from your account. And then it gives you a tally mark, basically, in your cycle category. And then we're paid like a week in arrears. So the stuff that we're doing this week will show up in our pay, not next Monday, but the Monday after that. We'll calculate based on however many times you had 600 and 300 on your legs. It will calculate those cycles or those team bonuses based on anybody who is ordering. And like I said, those are $54 per cycle. And we are allowed holdover volume. So every week it doesn't wipe, every month it doesn't wipe, every year it doesn't wipe. If you don't have the volume, it just sits there. And Cindy was saying how that guy had 17 cycles waiting for him to hit consultant. That is so, so, so powerful, and not a lot of companies do that. You can earn up to 250 cycles per week on your entire group volume, and then they reward you. They don't want our top leaders to be able to be like, well, okay, I'm maxed out, I'm not going to do anything. So then you see where the green U is at the top of this. You basically would get a position on top of yourself, and then your 2 legs would then become 1 leg, and your next business center, you would start only growing 1 leg. So you're growing, you have this maxed out at 250, you're getting those cycles, and then you just got a new business center, and then you just have to grow 1 leg. So then you're going to, all of your enrollments concentrated on 1 leg, and that's going to be, your weaker leg. So they just keep rewarding you. And I don't know how many, Cindy, maybe you know this, how many business cycles is the top amount that somebody has in our organization?
Well, every time you hit 250 cycles in one of your business centers, you max your business center out. So when you hit that 250 cycles in your original business center, like Jenny said, Isagenix gives you the ability to open a new position right above your existing position, and all of that volume in that original business center becomes the 600 BV leg of the second business center. And you start to build a team straight down that primary leg. So now, instead of being paid 6% on the 900 business volume, you maintain the 250 cycles in your main business center. Now Isagenix pays you, it's more like 18%, because every 300 in business volume that is built on that re-entry team cycles your business. So when you look at like top leaders like Susan Sly, Jay Bennett, Renata Lee, even like Tanya, I mean, they've built a little different, and I can speak to that later. But for somebody like like the people that I just mentioned, what they did was they've got, like a second and a third reentry. So they have their main business center, they've maxed out a second business center with the 300 BV down to 75,000 business volume. And another team will give you another maxed out business and an additional 250 cycles. So a lot of these leaders, yes, they're cycling between 500 to, 800, almost 1,000 times a week because they have additional teams. Here's the thing. For a long time, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, does Isagenix want us to do that? Kathy Coover, I was in a leadership event where she stood up there and she said, guys, we want you to have reentries. We want you to continue building strong. It's important to your teams that they see that and that success. And it's like you get a couple leaders going and you get them all in tandem working together, and they're going to blow out that team leg with each other. And then you build another team and you give some new leaders an opportunity to build together and blow out that team. So if we can really get the beauty and simplicity of this compensation plan, that with no new money, you have the opportunity to invest in a product that's going to dramatically transform your health, increase the quality of your nutrition, and eat your overhead, and create income and teach other people to do the same. Shop from your own store. Like Jana McCunn would say, why would you send the guy that owns Costco on a fabulous 2-week vacation with his family when you could take your own family on a fabulous vacation? Shop from your own store. Eat your own food. Wash your face with your own skincare system. That's what we're doing, guys. We're showing people how to simply redirect a buying habit and create income, being wise stewards over their resources. That's the key.
Yeah, that is so powerful to really, talk to people about what they're already spending and find out, what are they already spending that Isagenix has that they can transfer that to buying it from their own store. I mean, that it just really is so powerful. And that's what I usually tell a lot of people when they say, well, where do you buy this stuff at? I say, I have my own nutrition store online. And then they say, oh, well, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? I mean, and that really is what we have. We have our own nutrition store without having the brick and mortar and the headache of actually running a complete nutrition or something like that. We have our own nutrition store online that we can easily send our friends and our family to. So this just shows cycle payouts. It's telling you, based on where you're cycling, if you're cycling 1 time a week, how much you're making per month and how much you're making annually. If you guys want to, take a screenshot of that or something, you can probably find it on Google. I'll leave it up there a little bit. It just shows, the 10 cycles is when you're going to hit 1 star. The one, is it 20 or 30 for 2 star? 20, right. So 20 is going to be your 2 star. And then it just really shows you how much money you're making per week or how much you're making annually. So if you have a goal in mind, it's really easy for you to, set that goal up. And then it keeps on going all the way up to the 250 cycles. And you see that 250 cycles per week is 7. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say, so last night, our team broke a brand new 4-star Golden Circle. Rachel and Jeff Briscoe went 4 stars. So take a look at that, guys. That is 60 cycles. I guess it's not on here, but 60 cycles in a week. So 50 cycles a week is $140,000 annual income. 60 cycles is closer to like $160,000 a year. Rach and Jeff are 33 years old.
So awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah. There's barely any place in corporate where Rachel can stay home and Jeff can take the kids to Phoenix for a week and he can come back and they can hit 4-star. I mean, she would have been slaving away or he would have been slaving away. Their kids would be living in daycare. I mean, it's just, the compensation plan is so powerful. This is something that was really kind of something that really stuck out to me when a lot of people will say, oh, I'm only cycling, 1 time a week and I have to move what's blocking my view. But let's say you were cycling only 1 time a week and that annual income is $2,800 and you had it in a bank account where you're getting, 0.03 interest. the capital required to generate that kind of annual income is like $93,000, and it goes all the way up. So, like last week I cycled 8 times. So we'll just go with that one. And that would be an annual income of $22,000. And that would mean that I needed $751,000 in the bank to generate that kind of capital to get that annual income. Like on my financial advisor, we have some small investment, and he's like, do you realize you made $75 last year? And I was like, yeah, it's a lot of money. Not really, but this is so much more powerful. You can just really make a lot more capital, and you're making your own interest, I guess. Let's see, we're going to go into here. Okay, so how we're paid. So we're paid weekly, and we talked about how we're paid on the Monday. It calculates daily. So in your back office, you have a report that will show you, how much volume you had flowing into your organization, if you had enough money to cycle, if you had an enrollment, different things like that. It gives you a really great weekly payout detailed report. And they pay us weekly. We always talk about, you'll see a lot of people that post about how they love Mondays. We don't hate Mondays in Isagenix because we get paid, get that little ding on our phone or on our app that tells us that we were paid that week. And it comes 1 week in arrears, and we talked about that already. And I talked about the commission report, and you can find that in your back office, and then how our commissions are calculated. So it's 12 a.m. Monday Eastern Standard Time through Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. You really want to be really cautious at that time if you're trying to get those double PIBs or you're trying to rank advance. You want to be cognizant of when those times are so that you don't miss them. You don't have an enrollment go through at 12 a.m. on Monday and think that you're going to get it in the week before. Be really conservative and have them get those enrollments in there before that. We talked about this a little bit. So the 5 ranks, and this is something that Lynn Hagedorn talks about, the tracks to run on. ACMDE. That's something that you should memorize. You should memorize, how do I get, how am I associate? How do I get to consultant? How do I get to manager or crystal manager? And the difference between manager, the regular manager, director, and executive, and the crystal positions are if you hit that rank within a certain amount of days within converting your account to an associate, because you have a grace period now that everybody starts as a preferred customer. And that's something I actually had to look up recently. But as soon as you convert your account to associate, that's when those dates kick in. And for Crystal Manager, you have 60 days from that date. You have 120 for Crystal Director and 180 for Crystal Executive. And there's bonuses that kind of go along with them. So we'll dig into those a little bit. I'll speed up just so I can honor your guys' time. I know it's already 8:47. So associate is what we talked about. When you convert your account by watching the 8-minute video and putting in your social security number and your date of birth, and you're ordering that 100 PV every 29 days. Then as soon as you've shared with one on your left and one on your right that get a minimum of 100 BV, and you can actually do 2 on your left and 2 on your right that actually get 50 each. That was something that was new in the customer first. That can equal that 100 BV. Then you become a consultant and you get a $50 bonus. And that is not time sensitive. So if it took you 3 years to decide that you wanted to share, your awesome results with other people, you'd still be eligible for that bonus. Manager is you have so it's you share, they share, so you share, they share. So you shared with one on your left, one on your right, and they've each shared with 2 people, one on their left and one on their right. And if you do that in your first 60 days, then that's Crystal Manager, and there's a $250 bonus that is associated with that on top of the PIBs or the double PIBs and the consultant bonus that you got. Okay, so this is a new one that I'm going to kind of see if my computer will let me do this in the mode that I have it. Oh, okay, hold on one second. Oh, okay, so this is something that, is really important for you guys to be able to draw out, even if it's just on a napkin when you're meeting with somebody. Am I still live? I'm hoping so. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. So you are right here. This is you. and you have enrolled with Isagenix, and after 5 days, you're feeling amazing, and so you go out and you tell the 2 people who are closest to you. So let's draw those down. For example's sake, and rather than pull somebody else in here, normally if I was at a tasting, I would call on somebody maybe who hadn't started Isagenix yet, but the first 2 people I shared with were my husband, Brian, and my mom. And so if I share with them the value pack, which is by far the best value, I'm going to get $100 for sharing with Brian and $100 for sharing with my mom. But if I do that in the same week, that's going to run Monday through Sunday, then that's the Isagenix is actually going to double that. And then I'm going to get that $50 bonus for hitting consultant. And then because I obviously love and care for them and I want them to be able to, you know, get a reduced rate on their products or eat for free, I'm going to help them do the same. And then for up to your, what was that?
We're not seeing anything on the screen.
Okay, well, we're going to abort then that. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so this is where I would draw out you plus, or you share, they share, repeat. So since you guys cannot see that, you can imagine it in your head. That's something that I would encourage all of you, and I know when we did the 30-second story, is to, you know, share a video of yourself, you know, drawing out you plus 2, them plus 2, or you share, they share, because that's paramount. Those are the tracks that we have to run on. And so I just encourage you to go out and to do that. Not like I was saying, so you receive $100 for up to your first 20 consultants that you build, you're going to get a $100 personally enrolled consultant development bonus, which is another upfront money that Cindy was talking about that they probably did not have when Cindy and Michael started building this. Director is going to be you share, they share, repeat, and you're going to do that 3 times. That does not have to be balanced. So you could have 1 consultant on one leg and 5 consultants on your other leg and still hit that director position. And if you hit that, if you hit in your first 120 days, then you get a $750 bonus. Oh, I went up too far. The screen before that was executive. And that is telling you that you have to have 10 personally enrolled consultants, and they have to be 5 on your right and 5 on your left. And they all have to be active at the same time as consultants. And if you do that in your first 6 months, then you achieve Crystal Executive, and that's a $1,000 bonus. And so we say that's you share, they share, repeat times 5. And that's just showing you the rank advancement bonuses for rank advancing up those different Crystal bonuses, as well as getting your first 20 personally enrolled consultants. So there's, you know, a lot of money that you can be eligible for in the first, you know, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, whatever you decide to make it. It's your business. And so you can run as fast or, you know, in 6 months if you'd like to, but definitely don't leave those bonuses, you know, on the table. Crystal Executive Plan. I think that this is really, really important in showing your people what is eligible for them, as well as having one when you're running yourself and, you know, writing the names on it in pencil and erasing and going back and, you know, just really keeping track of where you're at in your run to Crystal Executive. And so on the right, it tells you exactly how you can get that map. And even if you just put it in Google, Crystal Executive map Isagenix, it will pull it up for you and you can print it off. And then you can put the goal down at the bottom. So you can share with people the comp plan, and then you can give them all their 3 dates. So that way they can, you know, they can hold themselves accountable. You can keep a copy of it so that it can help you know when their dates are too. A lot of times when I have people starting out that say they want to get their products paid for, I'll write those dates in my planner just so that I can stay on top of where they're at and if they're getting close to those dates. We talked about that the benefits of being an executive, where you get that 10% matching bonus. You get to participate in the leadership pools as well, and then the top achievers promotions. And then this is the last part of my presentation, and then we'll kind of, Gretchen's going to share her her success story with wealth creation and just the longevity of it. And then we're going to go to a little bit of a question and answer before we wrap up the call. But this just shows you the power of exponential growth. And I always tell people, you know, there's a quote out there that if you could get $1 million or you could get a penny doubled every day for 30 days, which would you take? And most people would want to take the $1 million. But if you actually understand how it works, a penny doubled every day for 30 days is like either $5 or $10 million. It's a lot more money. And that is exactly how our U plus 2 them plus 2 comp plan works. And I've drawn this out for a lot of people. And I said, you know, really, if you just wanted to go out and find 2 people who get this and teach them to do the same, you would be able to max out your compensation plan, and you wouldn't be a sponsor monster. You would be teaching duplication deep down into your business. And that is really, you know, what we want. So we'll go off of you share with 2, and then they go out and they share with 2. And then the new people all are sharing with 2. So these are just new people added to your organization. And so each, you know, if you did this per month, per week, you know, whatever you wanted to put a number on it, they're doubling. I always tell people, like, think about it. You have 30 days to go out and find 2 people who get this and understand it. And then they have 30 days to go out and find the same. So now you'd have to actually add all those up to find out the accurate number of people that you actually had on a leg. But let's say that was 1 leg. And so you had 8,192 people, and they were each ordering their 100 BV per month. And it did not show that. But that would be $698,000 annual income. Michael Klaus would tell you you could live on that. But let's just say that you failed 90% of the time. Now, I don't know, but I bet you most people in Isagenix don't fail at 90% of anything that they try. That's why they're here, because you guys have tenacity and grit. You're willing to dig your heels in and stay until you're successful. Not if you're successful, but until. So let's just say you failed 90% of that time and you were only successful 10%, you would still be making $69,000 a year. And that, I mean, the likelihood of you failing 90% is really so small because these products work. They're very powerful, and people are getting life transforming nutrition, and they're not spending any new money. Cindy always says it best, how you're just shopping from your own store. And if we can really get people to realize that you're shopping from your own store, you're redirecting money that you're already spending, and you're teaching others how to do the same, we're going to be successful well over that, 10% mark. So that wraps up my, let's see, I'm going to stop my share. What's up, that? Gretchen, do you want to pop on and give us your 30-second story in the wealth creation department?
Hi, were you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, internet kind of goes in and out. But yes, Jenny, excellent job. I know you can't see me because I can't figure my video out, but excellent job. So proud of you. I am very much like you. I mean, at least I am. I love the money part of it because that to me is so exciting. So my is that I have been using this product for nearly 12 years, and he has told you guys a million times before. We did it as a family. And when I first started, I was working part-time at Restoration Hardware, doing retail in between projects in film. And I just wanted to lose 20 pounds. So when her good girlfriend came in, told us about it, I was like, does it work? She's like, yep. I said, great. I got on board. But what I've seen, and there's a quote that I was reminded of today, and people say that oftentimes we'll overestimate what we'll do in a year, but we underestimate what we'll do in 5 to 10 years. And what I love about what you just showed us with that geometric progression of numbers is that over the course of time, just like the penny doubling with Isagenix and the way that this compensation plan is created, I mean, who knew really when we got started that Cindy and Michael would build their team with so many fabulous leaders to a place where they have probably, I don't even know what it is, maybe 80,000 people, if not 100,000 people. I mean, that took a course, over that course of time. So being a faithful product user, this is what I always say,
I for sure have benefited from a business that was built by a lot of other people. But I will tell you the blessing in that is that now coming full circle and being 45 and looking at what I've had the opportunity to do something I love and to do this in the pockets of my time and to work with fabulous people and love them. I was able to get to 3-star myself. And that has been incredible to make a 6-figure income with this, doing so part-time. I mean, it takes work, just like Jenny said, tenacity, grit, all that stuff. And I just am so thankful and so blessed that we all were able to say yes, just like you have said yes to the fact that all we're doing, like Cindy says, is redirecting our spend. We're purchasing product from ourselves, just like you said. We have a natural grocery store that's online, like so many people do, right? Amazon Fresh, et cetera, et cetera. So I went from working part-time retail in between making indie filmmaking, movies to being able to really have freedom and choices in what I do based on the efforts of so many others and my own efforts.
That is so powerful, Gretchen. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. But, there isn't a right or wrong way to build this business. It's everybody is building it, how they need to for their family and for their life. And I think that, I think we're all so blessed and so fortunate that, the comp plan is set up such as it is so that we can opt into it when it's right for us, and that we still are benefiting along the way. And for those of, those people who are maybe choosing to not go all in, they're still able to benefit from, that compensation plan along the way, or benefit from it before they even know what they're doing. I know a lot of people who started making money and they didn't have any clue what they were doing. They're like, I don't understand. I'm getting all this money and all I'm doing is, sharing my awesome results with my friends and my family. So that's really powerful. So anybody on the call have any questions? And if not, I'm going to turn it over to Cindy. I know that she had a couple things that she wanted to share on the promotion side. Okay, Cindy, I think we're going to let you take it away.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Jenny. You did a fabulous job tonight on the call. Good job. I love it. And guys, again, I want to remind all of you leaders that we are, and maybe everybody can mute their lines again just so there's no feedback on there, but we're doing the skills-based training. We're doing the basic business training for your new people. So really make it a priority to drive your new people to this call. That's why we're doing this. We want to teach these skills. We want them to learn the business basics. For everybody on the line tonight, I mean, going over the compensation plan, you can never do it too many times because it's an essential skill that we all need. We just want to make sure that our new people are on here too, so they're learning, because when you can teach your new people to effectively share their story and to be able to show people the generosity of this compensation plan, you're going to have a winning combination. And that's what we want to be able to duplicate down through the team. So good job, Jenny. That was fantastic. And it's always fun to go through. All right, quickly, first of all, I want to just say congratulations to everybody that really captured some of the promo cash in the January and Jolt. We had so many people on the team really just do such a great job. So I just want to recognize you and celebrate you, Christina and Cody and Bailey, Rachel and Jeff and Summer and oh golly, I just lost his name. Summer and Joe and Shayna and Hannah. We just had a lot of people just grab some of that cash. So congratulations to you. And for anybody that was driving hard, talking to a lot of people, filling their pipeline, but just didn't have their people say yes, the good news is that the February frenzy is all that the January Jolt was and more. So this is really exciting. And Jenny, I was even thinking that, as you went through like executive, the $1,000 bonus that we capture as we go Crystal Executive for sharing with 10 friends and then helping them share with 2, with Isagenix now in the February frenzy, there's $1,000 on the table for 10 wholesale accounts, 10 new friends that open wholesale accounts with 150 BV or more. So the February frenzy is, again, 5 new wholesale accounts at 150 BV or more nets you $200 in cash. If you get 8 brand new people started, you actually get an additional $500 in travel allowance money, in money to take you to celebration. So the foundational requirement for this contest is your celebration ticket. You've got your celebration ticket to Nashville, 5 new enrollments, $200 cash. 8 new enrollments, $200 cash, plus $500 in airfare, bus fare, whatever you need it for, you've got it, $500. If you have 10 new people get started with you in February, you get an additional $1,000 in hotel room expenses for the celebration event. So that's a cumulative, it's crazy, $1,700 cash to spend while you're there, $500 to get you there, and $1,000 to house yourself and maybe part of your team while you're on the ground in Nashville, and we are going to have a blast. Celebrations where it started for us, you guys. Really make a big priority of getting everybody you love there, because I'm telling you, with this promo this month, the celebration tickets will be sold out. This event will sell out this month, so make sure that you drive hard and as a leader, get a couple extra tickets. Get a couple extra tickets so that you have them available to bring new people with you. Okay, I also want to remind you about the Welcome Back promo. We have the Welcome Back promo until March 4th. So we saw so many new people coming back this last month and get restarted with Isagenix. Continue to leverage that. Guys, don't only reach out to the people that are eligible in your back office. Go back to all your red box friends too, and any on your team, maybe that the enrolling sponsors no longer engaged. Reach out to those people and maybe do your own personal promo and offer free membership or offer free shipping. But reach out, tell them you'd love to have them back. Isagenix is better than ever, and we definitely want them to experience that benefit. Okay, we have also in Spokane, if you're local with us, save the date, March 10th. We are going to have an Isagenix Super Saturday downtown Spokane at the Convention Center. So more details will be coming about that, but that date has been set, March 10th. So I want to make sure it's on everybody's calendar. And anybody from out of town, we will love to have you here with us. We have a big house with lots of bedrooms, so you can just come into town, stay with us. We're going to have a great weekend. It's going to be amazing training. And then the last training I just got an email on today was Isagenix is doing another Step Up to 2-Star training that will be in July, starting on the 23rd. This is an amazing opportunity, guys, to hit 2-star and get flown down. The company pays for all of your expenses, hotel and airfare. They take you down to Gilbert, Arizona. You get to tour the home office. You get private training, personal development training, dinners out. It's going to be so awesome. And a lot of you on this call tonight can totally qualify for that 2-star training. So put that on your vision board and really let's make some goals around that. The qualification period starts now, ends June 30th, and every Thursday they're going to be having calls to help you step up to 2-star in your business. All right, I love it. I love Jenny's challenge too this week. Let's see it in Empowered to Lead. A quick video, you doing you share, they share. I want to see you guys be able to share that without the jargon of the business, boom, in less than 1 minute. Just like so fun, just drawing it out for your friends so they understand how the money works. And then also get great at doing the associate consultant, manager, director, executive money too. The road to executive with Isagenix. Show people how they can access more than $10,500 on the table for them as they get started on their health journey with Isagenix. So Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight, Monday night. Thanks again, Jenny. Great, great job. Be watching for Jenny and Molly. They're going to be doing a lot of Facebook Lives coming up in Empowered to Lead on social media, the platforms, how to use them effectively, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be amazing. And we will see you again on Sunday night at the end of the week. So God bless you guys. Have an amazing night.